Hey everyone, so this is the Sony GDM-FW900 CRT monitor, computer CRT monitor. Aspect ratio is a 16 by 10, so 16 long and then 10 wide, or sorry, 16 wide and 10 high. Yeah, so it's not 16 by 9, it's slightly higher than regular 16 by 9 aspect ratio, but yeah, as probably most people that are watching this video know, this is a highly desirable monitor, and I am very interested to see if it really stacks up to all the hype that it gets, because you know, you hear some people say it's the best thing they've ever seen, you know, like that Digital Founder video that came out a few years ago, which really caused these monitors to spike in price. I mean, yeah, according to them, it's absolutely awesome. But then I've talked to other people and read other people's posts about this monitor, and they say it's really not all that great. The main reason people want it is because it has a widescreen tube inside of it. So anyway, if you see my other videos, I have a ton of CRT monitors and TVs, and yeah, just a bunch of stuff we can actually test this against, and we'll see if it really does live up to the hype or not. Yeah, as you can see, I did get a working one. I actually got this one for a pretty good deal too. I bought it from, well, basically it came from someone who had it in storage, just like storage with a bunch of other monitors. And I didn't buy it directly from him, I bought it from someone else, but that's where it's been sitting just for a long time, from what I understand. So yeah, I'm not sure what it was used for before that, but yeah, I mean, the guy that I got it from said he didn't think it had been used very much. But yeah, we'll probably take it apart, at least take off this back shell, because a good way to, I don't know if this is a perfect way to tell, but if it's pretty clean inside, then maybe that means the high voltage electricity hasn't pulled in a lot of dust. I'm not entirely sure. Not sure. I don't know. It just seems like, in my experience, when I've seen a monitor that has like hardly any dust inside, looks really clean, it's usually been one that like the owner has told me that had hardly been used at all, or it's one that I kind of can tell from its history it hasn't been used very much. So yeah, anyway, we'll see about this one. But yeah, let's just kind of take a look at the back here. So yeah, you can see there's the Sony badge. And yeah, there are different models of this monitor too. So like there's or like different companies that paid to have the Trinitron tube inside it. So like there's HP, I think there's like Silicon Graphics, Sun Systems maybe, I can't remember all of them. I'm not sure about the Sun Systems one. I might be thinking of the W900 monitor, but anyway, this is the official Sony brand, which is pretty cool. Yeah, you can see here, looks like this particular one was made in the year 2000. I can get my camera to focus. Yeah, there we go. Manufactured in 2000. Yeah, there's the GDM-FW900. Yeah, I'm very interested to see how this will go. And then this monitor came with a power cord, but I don't think it was the power cord that originally came with this monitor, so yeah. But I have this power cord, which is just one that I got off of actually a Sony plasma TV. So yeah, you can see it's got this Sony thing on it. Not sure what that's for exactly, but then it's got a noise filter on it as well. So yeah, I think it'll be a good power cord for this monitor. And then I have a few different VGA cables, but I figure this is probably a good time to put this $5 monster cable to use. It's a little long, so I might end up using a different one, but yeah, at least for now I'll probably start with just using this monster cable, because yeah, I've been looking for a good reason to use a monster this monster VGA cable that I got at the DI. Yeah, and then I've got the monitor for the power. I have it plugged into this thing. If you saw my recent video I did with the thrift store find. So this is I think it's a Olympus brand, but I think it's basically major Radio Shack. But it's like a surge protector that has, like, you can see filter for video, and then also has filter for audio, and then it's unswitched. I don't know what the difference is between filter for audio and filter for video is. I assume it'd be the same thing, but I mean, I don't know. But anyway, I have it plugged into filtered for video just in case. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what this will look like. And you can see the front here. Optimus, that's the brand. So yeah, anyway. So yeah, I'm very curious to see. Oh, and another thing I was interested too when I first got it brought down here, and you can actually kind of see it here. So like the monitor is turned off right now. Like it's in standby mode, but it actually, I don't know, it's weird, but it looks like the screen is actually on. So I think it's just like absorbing light photons from the light that's down here and stuff. So anyway, that's a very interesting side effect, which I was like, wow, this monitor looks like it's on, but it's really not. And when I turn off the lights, it actually does look pitch black. It's just interesting when the lights are on, it absorbs it a bit. So yeah. Yeah, and then another interesting thing about this monitor is it has this USB port hub on the bottom of it, so yeah, you can plug this into your computer and then have 4 extra USB hubs, or I guess you could also plug it into your Switch. No, you're going to use this for gaming. Yeah, probably do some gaming on it and some movies and computer stuff as well. So yeah, anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and try hooking something up to it and see what it looks like. Oh, and actually, I forgot to mention all the inputs it has. So yeah, so obviously it has VGA. Got this monster cable hooked up, but then it also has these BNC connectors, which, yeah, I guess I could use that too as a second. I have a VGA to BNC adapter, so I could use that for a second input. Yeah, anyway, just thought I'd specifically mention those inputs. But yeah, let's go ahead and try it out. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I got everything plugged in to test out this computer. Yeah, you can see I got some Bose speakers here, or I mean monitor, not computer. Computer monitor. Yeah, and I ended up using this shielded, or this VGA cable that has a, I'm not using the monster one, I'm using one that has a noise filter on it. And then, yeah, I'm using the older Apple keyboard, you can see. And yeah, I'm also using an Apple extension cable, but interestingly enough, it actually like doesn't fit in all the way. And so, yeah, even though they're like both Apple products, yeah, this extension cord doesn't really work for this keyboard, but hopefully it works. If it doesn't, I'll grab a different one. Yeah, interestingly enough, the newer Mac keyboards that are USB actually do work with that extension cord, no problem. So, yeah. Anyway, Apple will be Apple. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn on the computer and see what happens. Let's see here. Gotta find the power. There we go. Alright, hopefully I have all this set up correctly. Yep, the green light turned on. Okay, so far so good. Ooh, wow. Yeah, that is nice. Just that little first part. Wow, even just that little first part was pretty cool. Let me turn off the lights. Okay, yeah, I turned out the lights and it's still, I think it's just this screen here that's, let's see here, why is that? Oh, the keyboard's not working. Okay, I am going to have to grab another extension cable. Okay, and the keyboard is still not working. Yeah, I don't know, I have the keyboard plugged into the, I don't know, maybe it's just the extension cable, but you can see I have it I have everything. I'm trying to use this USB dock or whatever you want to call it on the bottom here, but maybe some of these ports are broken. Let me try plugging the keyboard directly in though and see if that makes a difference. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. I guess I was just having bad luck with the extension cables. Okay. Alright, so now let's try this one more time. Yep, there we go. Alright. Yeah, this looks really nice. Wow, that is certainly a black. That's certainly black. Boy, let me pause the video while this loads up. Okay, there we go. So now, interestingly enough, I'm pretty impressed. So before I had this computer hooked up to a 4x3 CRT monitor, which is also happened to be a Trinitron, but it looks like it's still outputting a 4x3 image, and this FW900 is actually recognizing the 4x3 image, and it's actually squashing the screen down. So if I turn on the flash here, you can see there's black bars on the side of the screen still, which wow, I've never seen a computer monitor do that before. Of course, a CRT computer monitor, but then again, I've never used a widescreen CRT computer monitor before. So anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and check out, see what resolution we're on. I'm running Linux, by the way. Oh, by the way, I'm noticing on my camera the image is like pulsating back and forth. Yeah, it's not doing that in real life. And there's also like no lines. But anyway, yeah, let me go ahead and we'll try to figure out what resolution we're running at right now. Okay, there we go. I just opened up the display settings on here. Yeah, I mean, first off, I can tell you right now, yeah, the image looks really nice. Like the colors look really nice. Down here though, this text, like the date and stuff, is a little blurry, but this seems like a pretty high resolution too. And I think that, yeah, so see, this is the max resolution it can do, this 2048 by 1536, which I think is supposedly widescreen. But from what I understand though, the actual ideal resolution for this monitor is this 1920 by 1200. So basically 1080, well, it's not, I mean, since this is 16 by 9, it's, 1200p, but it's basically the same thing as 1080p. It's just that it's a little bit larger because, yeah, 16 by 10, 16 by 9. So anyway, yeah, you can see there's a whole slew of resolutions as this thing is supporting. Usually when I hook up a monitor to this computer, maybe 3 or 4 resolutions at most show up, but here we've got everything from, in fact, I wonder if I pull this up if even more will show up. Let's see. No, I guess that's about as low as it goes. I mean, 480p should also work on this, but maybe this operating system doesn't support that. Never tried it before, but anyway, let's go ahead and do what the supposed ideal resolution is, this 1200p. Save that. Alright, nice. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Yeah, and this flickering again is just filming the CRT. It's because I'm on a weird refresh rate. You can see it's 84.93, which I guess is actually the highest that it can go right now. But let me try to fix my camera shutter speed here. Let's see, we'll get it closer to 85. Oh, it actually doesn't let me choose 85 on my camera, unfortunately. I wish I could just dial it into whatever I want, but oh well, I guess it is what it is. Well, it was doing pretty good with 75, so we'll just do that for now for this video. There we go. Now it looks a lot better on the camera. Oh, and interestingly enough, when I change it to 75, it actually, now it's filling up more of the screen. Yeah, I'll still have to make some adjustments because I'm noticing that it's like there's some black over here. There's some black bars on the top. There's a black bar on the top too. So yeah, we'll have to figure out how to adjust the OSD. But yeah, I mean, so far this looks yeah, really nice. Yeah, I must say. Yeah. Just close that out for now. Let's see, where did my icons go? I can't remember how I have this computer set up. Oh wow. Oh they're being drawn off the screen. No wonder. It's because I have the icons on the side here. So let's see. I'll just pause the video while I. Well, let's see. Maybe I can. I'll just pause the video while I try to figure out how to bring up the OSD for this monitor. Oh wow! I just found something else too. So this CRT must not have an anti-glare reflective coating. Because yeah, when I turn on the flash, all the colors are very washed out, and there's a big reflection. But when I turn it off, so it's a bit darker, then yeah, the colors look way better. So anyway, just thought I'd point that out. I'm still trying to figure out how to bring up the OSD. Usually, these computer CRT monitors, all the ones I've ever seen, I've ever had, they have all had a button for the OSD, but I am not seeing any button on here besides the power button. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm looking at down here. So there's also like this twisty thing, which I think this is just, oh wait, hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay, I twisted that down. Okay, so that actually hides the, okay, so here's the input selector, so it hides all the menu options. Okay, nice. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So that was just up before. Yeah, I'll just leave that down because there's no reason to, I guess if you want to look really sleek, you can put that up, but okay, so here we go. So here's the menu. So I'm just gonna redo the camera again. Okay, there we go. All right, this is gonna be a little tricky to see. I'm gonna actually keep this flash on just for a second here so I can actually see what the menu buttons are doing. All right, so push this in maybe. Okay, there we go. All right, so yes, we want to. Let's see. Oh, it's inverted. Huh. Wow, that's interesting. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me pull the camera down just a tiny bit so you can see. So yeah, so this is like a little joystick kind of, and when you push down, or when you push up, then it goes down. When you push down, it goes up. Right and left are right though. So yeah, it's like flying controls. Yeah, pretty cool. I like inverted controls. Oh, now it's not inverted. It was I just. Oh, now it's not. Was I just going crazy there for a second? Huh. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on, but anyway, let's go into this center. Okay, so we should, let's see, we should just be able to do this to, whoops, thought that would select it. It always takes a second to learn how this works. So I'm pushing this in. I think that would let me, or maybe I just have to push left and right. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's already selected, so I just need to push left and right. Yeah, there we go. Cool. All right. So yeah, usually I like to adjust these where there's a little bit of overscan just because these CRT monitors are never perfect. Although many people think this one is perfect. Apparently, or at least pretty close to perfect, so I guess we'll have to see about that. But I always like to leave a little bit of overscan, just a tiny bit, just so there's no black bars anywhere around. Because like, let me turn off the flash here. Let's see if we can see it. Yeah, so like here, I can already tell. Move the camera again. So up here at the top of the screen, it's very minor, but this is what I typically see with these CRT monitors, is that there is a little bit of black showing here, whereas down here it's not showing. So yeah, that just means that the image is slightly warped in on the top, which really you don't really notice, and actually might be able to fix with some of these other adjustments. But yeah, anyway, that's why I always like to have a little bit of overscan on even these computer monitors. So yeah, I'm just gonna, anyway, you can see I'm just going in here and just kind of adjusting everything. Whoops, I keep forgetting that when you're on here, then you have to push left and right to actually adjust it. So yeah, and then we actually need to make it a little bit wider too. It looks like it is making both sides wider. Sometimes it only widens out like to the left, or I mean to the right or to the left. And so, yeah, but it looks like it is doing both sides this time. So yeah, I think that actually looks pretty good. Let me just double check. I like to have it pretty like perfect, where it's just barely, the overscan is just barely being utilized. So yeah, I'm kind of a perfectionist on this kind of stuff. But and then, like, even though I'm a perfectionist, it's like I usually don't even notice it, but you know, those rare times when I do look at it, it is nice to just know that everything's perfect. So yeah, it looks like about right there is good for horizontal. And then let's go ahead and do vertical as well. These are such minor adjustments. I was even wondering if I should maybe just pause the video. Yeah, I'll just keep showing it, since if you're watching this, you're probably also fairly interested in this monitor. So, all right. Yeah, another thing too that I'm looking at is these circles. So they should be pretty close to circles and not ovals, which, interestingly enough, is not happening right now. So I don't know if maybe this isn't scaling, or maybe those are supposed to be ovals. I think they're supposed to be circles though, or there might be some more geometry things that we can mess with. But anyway, oh, I keep forgetting that's not how you do that. Okay, so yeah, let's just move this up just a tiny bit. Yeah, I think we're almost got it. Again, if we're like playing a game or watching a movie or whatever, the chances of noticing something like this is very slim, you know, especially like if, oh, you know, this is slightly, you know, warped or whatever, like it just really isn't something that happens. Now what's this? Size and center. Is that just showing you what you've already adjusted? Apparently. Or maybe if you do this, you can do everything at once with this joystick. I'm not going to mess with it right now because I already have it where I want it. But yeah, that's pretty good for now. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, so we can, yeah. So I mean, this is another thing that these CRTs usually have, where you can adjust this. So actually, if we wanted to fix that, where this is more, it was kind of down a little bit, this is where we would do it. Where, let's see. I think I would actually have to go back and need to actually show this. Actually, you know what? I'll do a shortcut. Check this out. Because I bet if this monitor, wow, yeah, this is definitely stretched a little bit. At least I think it is. But anyway, I bet that this monitor is like other ones. It probably has resolution-specific settings. So, like for example, if I go in here and change the resolution, let's just change it back to, I don't know. Let's just try another weird resolution. Let's try a low resolution. Try 800p. Yeah. So if I go back there, then as you can see, it's now doing different settings where it's not keeping our previous settings. I'll change this back to 75 so my camera doesn't throw a fit. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, so now we should be able to go in, because actually I don't know if the geometry settings, I would assume they should be universal, because it's, you know, that's something that's going to be something on every resolution, but I hope they're not. We'll find out. We'll fix it on here, and then whoops, yeah, we'll see if it's still a problem. Let's see here. Let's go in. Oh, man, I keep on forgetting that select is not pushing the button in. You have to actually use the joystick. Yeah, I just want to widen this a little bit so then we can actually see, you know, how much there's black space here on the top compared to the bottom. So yeah, and then we'll kind of move this over just a tiny bit. Yeah, so it looks like on both the bottom and the top here, on both sides, they're pretty much the same. So yeah, that tells me exactly which geometry setting we need to change. Yeah, this is the fun thing with these CRT computer monitors, is you always have to set this stuff up where, oh man. Whereas on other monitors, like PVMs or whatever, or especially like consumer TVs, usually don't have to mess with this stuff too much. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I had to raise that a little bit. Actually, I think I went a little bit too far. So yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect either, but just kind of something close. That actually looks pretty good right now. So now I don't see black on the bottom or on the top on the sides. So Yeah, and actually what we can do to double check is we can go in here and make this a little bit smaller just so we can see more of the black. And I'm going to change the desktop to something that's brighter. Yeah, there we go. Now I can see the black better. And then let's go back to the center thing. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. I want geometry. Go to this thing again. That actually looks pretty good. Yeah, I think I actually had it pretty good where it was. It's about 66 maybe. Yeah, that's a little bit too far. Because if you go too far, then this corner starts to get a little wacky, so yeah. Maybe 62 actually is pretty good. 60 even. Yeah. Something like that. I don't know. I guess actually we probably should do some of these as well. Oh man, come on. So yes, let's kind of, yeah, that actually is helping make it look a little bit better. I don't think this one's a problem. And that's not a problem either. Tilt. No, I don't really need tilt either. Yeah, it's really just these two. And I think actually right now it looks pretty good. Let's see, we can actually probably go this way just a tiny bit. Yeah, I'm super curious to see what, oh whoops, I'm not changing anything. I'm super curious to see how this compares to other CRT monitors that I have. Yeah, because I also have so I have another Sony Trinitron, which is 4x3. Well, it's technically a Dell Trinitron, but you know, it's a Sony. And then I think that's good enough, by the way. I'm going to go back and choose the other resolution. But yeah, and then I also have a Apple, what do they call those things? A studio display or whatever, where it's a Mitsubishi Diamondtron, which I think it's also a flat screen. Oh, it didn't save my settings. Oh, maybe it did. Maybe it's just because I was on this refresh rate. Yeah, it did save my settings. Good. I think it did anyway. Yeah, looks like it did. But yeah, so anyway, you know, I have these other awesome monitors, and yeah, I'm very interested to see if this one really is. What is this? Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to make it bigger. I meant to just move it over. But yeah, I'm interested to see if this one really is. Oh wait, I don't think it saved my geometry settings. Yeah, the geometry is off on this resolution still. Oh, that's, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I kind of wish it would just have universal geometry settings. Okay, well anyway. Let's go back and look at this real quick. But yeah, so I don't know. I think sometimes, you know, people get really excited about something, and then it really goes up in, you know, hype and price and everything, and then really though I wonder how good it really is. I mean, so far it is pretty awesome, just from what I've been able to see, especially being able to have one of these that's, you know, actually working and everything, because you hear about a lot of these breaking. I wonder if you really only hear about the ones breaking just because usually they don't break, but the ones that do break, you know, people complain about them a lot. And so, yeah, I think that could be something too. But yeah, anyway, I'll just kind of, you already saw me resize this before, so I'll just pause the video while I resize this. Okay, there we go. So, yes, I got it adjusted in. Yeah, and actually I was able to get the 85 or almost 85 hertz working as well with my camera. I had to set it to auto, and then I put the lens pretty close to the screen, and then it found 85 hertz, and I locked it into place. Yeah, for some reason I'm not sure how to actually have it do 80 hertz or just like choose 80 hertz in my camera. But anyway, yeah, the geometry isn't, still isn't perfect, but that's, I don't know. I guess I could mess with it more, but I think it's fine for now. But yeah, I was thinking too about these icons here where they're a little stretched out, and I wonder if maybe this particular distro of Linux isn't necessarily optimized for 16x10 content. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and pull up Firefox and like look at a video or something. Okay, so I messed up the shutter speed again on my camera. So yeah, right now it's trying to do 120 frames per second, which obviously doesn't match with 85. So yeah, I am gonna look for best or another app for an Android phone. Hopefully I can find one that, yeah, can pick up the frame rate of this monitor better. So yeah, be a second here. Okay, there we go. I got it to be a little bit better. Yeah. So yeah, I wasn't able to find another app, but then I opened up this native camera app again, and it actually chose the 85 shutter speed. So yeah, I'm just not going to touch it, and I'm just going to lock it in there. But yeah, and by the way, these lines that are going up and down the screen, you don't really see that in real life. That, again, that's just because I'm not quite on the right shutter speed. Let's see here what's going on here. What I meant to do, oh, this is when I was downloading that Intel 64 control test. Yeah, what I meant to do is go on to YouTube here. Let's find a video to watch. Okay, there we go. This computer isn't the fastest, but it's fine. So yeah, looks like I'm not signed into YouTube right now. That's okay. Let's just see what the generic YouTube stuff. Let's see if there's a video on here that looks interesting. Let's watch this. Oh wow, that dog looks mean. Never mind. Let's not watch that. Let's see here. Oh, here's the Super Mario Bros. Wonder Direct. Let's see what that looks like. So yeah, it's actually kind of cool because since this computer does take a bit longer to load, it kind of reminds me of an older computer from like the early 2000s when this monitor would have been, being used. Wait for the full screen to load. There we go. All right. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Besides the fact that this is, you can tell this video is, yeah, it's not the highest quality. So let's go ahead and bump it up to 1080p. So yeah, so actually with this video being at 1080p, this will actually be like the perfect resolution for this monitor. And again, you can see since it's 16x10, this monitor, that's why there's black bars on the top and bottom. But yeah, this would be the 1080p image right here, just in the middle. So yeah, when we test out the switch, that's what we'll do too, is we'll make sure there's black bars on top and bottom, because this is 16x9. Wow, this internet, this computer isn't the fastest. But yeah, as far as the monitor goes, the colors and stuff, yeah, it looks pretty nice. Yeah, I must say. Yeah, I wish this video was more smooth. If I let something load first, it'll be better. I'm not sure why it's so slow. Usually this computer isn't this bad. Yeah, it looks pretty cool though. Yeah. Nice. Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and look and see if there's another video here. Okay. Yeah, I was hoping to find like a nature video or something. Oh, here's one. Climate change. Let's see here. Let's see if there's another interesting video. It'll maybe load a little bit better than the Mario one. Oh, here's one. Well, time lapse. This is kind of naturey, right? Yeah. let's go ahead and do this one. Oh, here's a cool one. Zelda Ocarina of Time, Next Gen Goron City. Let's actually watch this. This looks kind of interesting. Let's see if I can get this to load. So is this like a remake of Ocarina of Time? Well, I'll pause the video while it loads here. Yeah, this video in particular is taking a very long time to play. I was thinking it might be trying to load 4K, but it's actually just on 144p right now. So, wow, yeah, I don't know what's going on with this computer right now. Maybe it's time to upgrade, or maybe this monitor is just too much for this computer. I don't know. Okay, well, let's just kind of start this and see what it looks like. Yeah, let's see if we can get into some gameplay stuff or whatever. Oh yeah, wow, that looks pretty cool. So it looks like this isn't even widescreen. This is I mean, it is widescreen, but it's not 6:9. It's whatever is wider than 6:9, which I can't remember the ratios right off the top of my head right now. Yeah, unfortunately, this is still a bit choppy. You know what, though? Let me actually pull up YouTube on my Switch, because I bet that'll look a lot better. So hold on one second. Okay, so I have the Switch plugged in. Yeah, I have it plugged into input 2. You can see I have it down here next to the computer. And then yeah, I'll be using a wired Nintendo 64 controller as well. So I figured we might as well try to have a pretty close to zero lag solution. Actually, it really should be zero lag because yeah, this is on a CRT monitor. So yeah, you can see I've got the HDMI being converted with this HDMI to VGA adapter. If you are interested in this adapter, check out a link for it in the description. And then I have a VGA then going in, breaking out to these BNC connectors. So yeah, so we'll do input 2 for the Switch here. So yeah, you can see there's the audio coming out, going into these speakers. So yeah, anyway. Alright, so yeah, let's reset up the camera again. Okay, there we go. So I should just be able to turn on the Switch. Let's see here, where's that Switch cable? Or power button. There we go. Alright, and I should just be able to switch inputs here. Yep, there it is. Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm assuming we'll probably have to mess around with the aspect ratio again. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to mess around with the adjusting the screen size and everything. So yeah, I'll pause the video while I do that real quick. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do to resize this is first I'm going to go in here and set this to light mode so I can see better. Wow, holy cow, this wow, holding down the D-pad on this N64 controller with this adapter is very slow. But yeah, let me see here. Oh, there it is, demo. So let's change it to light mode real quick, and then I'm going to go into you can change the screen size. Oh, except now, of course, I'm not going to want it on. See, now I'm going to want it on 60 frames because the Switch is outputting 60. So there we go. Yeah, my shutter speed, I mean. Alright, so anyway, first I'm going to make this all the way big, and then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch back and forth between the Switch and the PC, and I'll just like base it off of so like on the PC there's like on the YouTube videos we saw that there was, black bars on the top and bottom. So I'm just going to adjust the Switch output to be right where those black bars are. And then yeah, I think that'll be close enough. So anyway, let me get that set up real quick. Oh, and this is actually interesting. Look at this. The brightness is only set to 29. So this monitor can actually get much brighter. Contrast is set kind of high, but yeah, the monitor. Wow, yeah, look at that. Ooh, yeah, it can get very bright. I'd say that's a little too bright. I actually think it looks pretty good at 29. So I'm just going to leave it at what it was. But yeah, that's interesting that it can make it quite bright. Yeah, anyway, that was just kind of interesting. But yeah, I also noticed that as I switch back to this input, now the just from switching inputs, there's actually a little bit of a black bar on the side, which is kind of annoying. I hope that's not something that has to be switched every time. But yeah, it looks like I just need to kind of adjust this just a tiny bit more. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, yeah, and then the vertical still looks pretty good. Okay. Alright, so anyway, let's see if we can find that Nintendo Direct again. Let's see here. I guess we can just do any 60x9 video. Probably most of these are 60x9. Here, let's do this one. I use 1980s technology for a week. This one should be 60x9. Most videos are 60x9. Alright, so yeah, so the point of this is we're going to set this to full screen. And then I guess I could put like sticky notes on here too. That'd probably be easier than switching back and forth inputs. Just like mark what the black bars are. But yeah, I think it'll be okay though, just switching back and forth. Alright, well, yeah, something like that. Okay, so anyway. So now, experiencing interruptions? Yes, I am, but I'm pretty sure I know why. Let's see, so I'm just going to pause the video here. Well, I guess I can just let it play. Okay. So, now I'm going to switch back. So I'm just going to kind of put my finger here. Oh, I guess you probably can't see my finger. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of put my finger here to kind of mark where the black line is, and then I'm going to switch back here to the switch. And then, yeah, then we'll change this so then it is a 60x9 image, just because I personally like to keep the original aspect ratio. Okay. Oh, wake up switch. There we go. Something like that. Okay, yeah, looks like we'll have to make it a little smaller. Anyway, I think you get the general idea, so I'll just do this for the top and bottom. Just make sure we have the same amount of space, and then I'll just stretch the side out all the way. So I'll just pause the video while I do that. Okay, so I ended up using the treehouse because that other video kept on going in 4x3 mode, and so it's hard to use it on here. But anyway, who would ever have thought that the Nintendo Treehouse would help you calibrate one of these monitors? Anyway, just wanted to show it because I thought it was funny. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I think I got it pretty good. So yeah, I'll put on this flash here for a second and just kind of show you this. So yeah, you can see this is the computer where you got the bars on it, and then I think I was able to match the switch input to that pretty good. So yeah, you can see the bars are on pretty much the same place. And I did have to actually widen the screen a little bit off the edges because I noticed when it wasn't widened all the way, it actually had like some interference here on the edge, which I've seen on another computer monitor too I have. So yeah, there'll be a little bit of overscan on the side, but I think that'll be fine. Yeah, anyway, let's, oh, well, first off, let's turn off the Mario Wonder thing. So yeah, I guess we don't need to listen to that. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, so yeah, it looks pretty good. So yeah, let's go ahead and try out something on here. Let's see here. Yeah, the response feels yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I must say this looks pretty nice too. Let's go ahead and just test out Smash Brothers since I have it open. Oh, and you know what? Before I forget, actually, there's one more thing. Let's see. There's a home button on this adapter, but I'm having a hard time finding it. There it is. Okay. So there's actually one more thing that we're going to want to check real quick. I want to make sure that the RGB mode is full, and yes, it is. It is full. Wonder what. Yeah, so interesting. So yeah, so when you just set to automatic, it actually changes it to limited. You can see it changes when I set to full. Yeah, since this is a computer monitor, though, we will want it on full RGB, so that's pretty important. Otherwise, the colors will look a little washed out. Yeah, this looks pretty nice, though. Let's see what the lag feels like. Let's do let's see if we can get into a match here pretty quick. Yeah, and again, you know, there are ways to calibrate this monitor too. Wow, yeah, it looks really sharp. Look at that. Yeah, the black logos look great too. Wow, yeah, that looks really nice. Man. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the first time I've tried playing a game on it. Wow, yeah, this looks really nice. Yeah, so it's interesting. I also have I can't remember if I mentioned this, but I have a Sony KD34 XPR 960 HD CRT, which I play the Switch on a lot. And yeah, that's pretty nice, but it is, you can tell it is a little blurry, especially on the edges. But yeah, this looks just sharp all the way around. Yeah, I must say it's very nice. Yeah, the lag, of course, feels good. Oh, I thought he was going to try to spike me. So this guy, he's probably playing on a digital screen with some lag. And I am, well, I guess there's always lag on the Switch, and especially on mine, but oh man, I was trying to grab him. But yeah, it feels great though. There we go. How's that for zero lag? Yeah, that's the one thing with playing on the HD CRT. There is a little bit of lag on there. Is it cheating if you're playing on a display with zero lag? Maybe. I don't know. This is really cool though. Thanks, Super Armor. Oh man. Good job, miss. Yep, yeah, the lag is definitely nice. Especially on a competitive game. Nice. Anyway, this is a fun game. Yeah, the lag definitely feels really nice. Yeah, like zero lag, you know. Yeah, very cool. In fact, now that I think about it, this is probably the least amount of lag I've ever experienced with this game. And guess, unless well, yeah, actually, yeah, it'd actually probably be even less than playing portably, because even portably is a digital display. So yeah, that was yeah, that was a really cool experience. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's possible that this like third-party controller and then the HyperCin adapter has more lag in it. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't tested that. But yeah, I mean, just at least from just playing it right now, it feels like very little lag. And actually, now that I think about it, I guess I have played the Switch on other CRT monitors, so realistically, other CRT monitors will be, the same experience. The only difference is that this one is, I guess a little bit bigger screen, but like on the other monitors I have, I guess I'll just kind of do some final thoughts here. In fact, let me turn on something else so we can kind of watch in the background while I talk. Let's see, let's I don't know. Let's do a Nintendo 64 game. How about that? I don't want to update. But yeah, so with this, with this monitor, because like even when you're playing on a 4x3 computer monitor, wow, that looks really nice. But yeah, even when you're playing on a 4x3 computer monitor, you still get these black bars on the top and bottom. It's just that they're not quite as small. They're a little bigger on the 4x3 monitors. So yeah, there's ups and downs, I guess, but get this to stay. But yeah. But I mean, realistically though, I don't think everyone has to go out and try to get one of these monitors. Why is my controller not working right now? Huh, interesting. Not sure why the Nintendo 64. Oh, it's probably because I plugged in the second player. Try plugging in the first player. Okay, there we go. There's 2 controller ports on that adapter. So, let's see. Let's just do Banjo-Kazooie, I guess. Wow. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. I'm wondering if this is supposed to be limited, because as I'm looking on here, because usually on the sides here, you're supposed to see like some detail, but it looks like, or not detail, but like there's some texture stuff there. Let me just see what it looks like when we set this to limited. I wonder if this VGA adapter automatically converts from limited to full range. Whoops. Oh yeah, that's fine. Oh, it does. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So now I can see the stuff on the side here. Probably doesn't show up on the camera very much. Let me see if I can change the size a little bit. Yeah, that's closer to what I'm seeing in real life. Actually, the stuff on the side still isn't showing up very good, but yeah. Okay, well that's interesting. That's good to know. So I guess actually I take that back what I said before. I think this is supposed to be set to limited or just set to automatic. Probably in most cases you can just leave your switch set to automatic and it'll just work. But yeah, that would make sense that this adapter would expect it to be fed limited, and then it would change it to full. So yeah, that makes sense. Hey, so this is me from the future. I'll continue with the original video in just a second. I just wanted to say that I actually do think that the full range is the correct option when you're hooking up something to a computer monitor, even using an HDMI adapter, at least this specific one. Because as I was noticing after finishing the testing video, is that like when it would be a black loading screen, it actually would look a little grayish red, whereas when it was on limited mode, but when I set it back to full mode here, then it was just completely black, which is the way it should be, and so it matched with the black bars on the top and bottom. So yeah, just nothing was being drawn there. So anyway, I do think it's supposed to be on full range, so I just wanted to make that quick correction. But yeah, let's go ahead and get back into the testing part. Anyway, yeah, this looks really nice though. Yeah, very cool. So playing a game like this on a CRT. Yeah, on a computer monitor CRT. Yeah, anyway, what I was saying before though is, I don't think it's necessary to get one of these monitors. I'll try to do a comparison between this and the other CRT monitors I have. Because yeah, the other ones I have, I mean, some are nicer than others, but yeah, I do have some other really nice CRT monitors. Like I said, I have a Diamondtron, Apple Studio display monitor, which is really nice. I also have a Gateway monitor, which is a shadow mask, which I also think is very nice. So yeah, but I mean, this is really nice too. But I mean, maybe just all CRT monitors are nice for the most part. So yeah. Anyway, I think that'll probably do it for this video. Yeah, just stay tuned for future videos, I guess. Wow, the colors are actually kind of messed up right now. Let's see if I can fix the colors. Yeah, sorry, I should have changed that before, but that's okay. Yeah, it's a little tricky filming these things, but yeah. Oh, look at that. Wow, that's... See those? They divide the textures. I don't remember seeing that on the original Nintendo 64. Maybe it's because this is being upscaled to 1080p. I'm not entirely sure. Actually, it's probably rendered at 1080p. I don't know how they do that, but anyway. Yeah, there was a bit of artifacts there that usually shouldn't show up there. But yeah, it really, looks really nice. Yeah, this is a very nice monitor, so yeah, I'm excited to use it more. And yeah, if you like these videos, make sure you subscribe and yeah, stay up to date. I'll be doing more tests on this. I'll probably take it apart. Not take the whole thing apart, but just at least enough to dust it out. Probably do that in another video, so yeah, stay tuned for that. And yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, I guess we'll talk to you later. Yeah, bye. Let me know if you can think of any other tests you'd like me to do on this monitor. Yeah, the famous Sony GDM-FW900. I'm glad I've got it. Yeah. Yeah. I'll test it out more, and I'll stay tuned for a future video too, where not only testing it against other CRT monitors, but also against the KD34XPR960 HD CRT, which is a bigger screen, but it is a super fine pitch too. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see the difference. Yeah. Anyway, see you later. Bye.